Do you want to learn how to draw this adorable New Year's baby cartoon? If so, you are going to need something to draw with, something to erase any mistakes that you might make, and a marker to outline your doodle when you are done. And don't forget the crayons, the markers, the colored pencils, or the paint. Grab all those supplies, hit subscribe, and let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and draw our New Year's baby. So the first thing we're going to do is take your paper, make sure you have something underneath your paper to collect any little marker splats that might go through. If you are using a Sharpie, if you are not using a Sharpie, then you should be okay. But any permanent marker of any kind, make sure you have kind of a back page. So first thing I'm going to do is go in the middle area of my paper and do a curved line. And then I'm going to go on each side up a little bit, and then I'm going to make another curve. So I have kind of a curved rectangle. And then on the top of that, we're going to go ahead and do some diagonal lines towards the end. They're not going to be super straight. So let me see if I have a ruler. Here we go. If I wanted it to be straight up, see how different it would be from that line, and the same here. So they would almost make an X. So I want them not super diagonal, but they should have a little bit of a diagonal to them. Go ahead and do a curved line for the top of our hat. So this is our top hat. And our little baby will be wearing a really big top hat just to kind of give him a little extra. All right, and then we're gonna go under the hat and we're gonna do a nice big half circle shape. And it shouldn't be too far past where this part of the hat is. Mine goes past a little bit, and that's fine, but you don't want it to go way out here because it does look a little weird if the head is bigger than the hat, but the hat is on your head. Go ahead and curve those lines in, and you can even color them in if you want. That's just the inside, so now it looks like the hat is actually on his head. Underneath that, we're going to give him 2 ears, one on each side. We'll C and a backwards C. Up at the top here, we can give him a little curl, little hair curl there. Curved line for a nose. And give him his 2 eyes. And I left little white marks in there so he looks happy and a big old smile. No hair, because I'm pretty sure the New Year's baby is bald, so I'm just going to give him that little curly cue. Now we're going to come down here. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to make a curved line at his shoulder. And this is going to be the New Year's banner. So I'm going to kind of try to stay in the same space, like in the middle of his body. So I'm going to start over here and I'm going to end in the same kind of area. And I just kind of want to make a curve and a curve. And then at the end, we can kind of bubble that out. So this is going to go right over his body. It should be right in the middle of your paper. And if you're doing it in pencil, perfect. If you're not doing it in pencil and you want to wait to do this until after the body, perfectly fine. Now we're going to go in for his body. So I'm going to kind of come right here where the end of this is, and that's going to be his neck. And I'm going to skip around and come down. And then over here, since he doesn't have the sash on that side, I am just going to come down. And I'm not going all the way down because we got to draw on a diaper, and I want his diaper to be a little bigger than his body. I don't want it to be super tight to his body. I want it to be like this where it comes up a little more. So the first thing we're going to do is come in here. We're going to curve around. So just kind of a little hook shape there. And then over here, we're going to come in. And notice how this line is just a little bit past his body. And that's because we want his diaper to puff out a little bit. So same thing, and then I'll come in. And then down here, we will kind of make a little U shape, come up here and down. And so now we've got his diaper. Let's go ahead, instead of drawing a pin, Let's give him buttons. Diapers have come a long way. And let's come over here under his sash, and we're just going to come down with a line there. And we'll come down with a little curved line there, and those will be his arms. Now we need to give him his legs. So we're going to come from the outside of this diaper, and we are going to come in. And from the outside of the diaper, in. Then we will come down here in the middle. And you can go all the way up if you want. Might look better if you do. Doesn't matter. And then you're going to go ahead and give him his little C and backward C for his legs. Then on his little sash, I'm going to use my ultra fine Sharpie, and I'm just going to write New Year's. You can write 2021. You can write pretty much anything you want. You can write New Year's baby. Doesn't matter. It is yours, your doodle. Add whatever you'd like. So I'm going to write New Year's on that. There's our little New Year's baby. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my supplies. I've got my markers and I've got my crayons. And I like to kind of switch back and forth depending on what I'm coloring in. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to use black for his hat. And then I want kind of a gold color. So I'm going to come down here and I've got this really goldenrod yellow. And I need a skin color because my marker skin color is too bright. Here we go. This one's a nice laid back peach. All right, so let's go ahead and do all his skin first. So I'm going to go through with my marker and color in all of his skin. Color in his little body. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We are going to have a giveaway soon. So make sure you look for that video, and it will be 3 art supply packs with t-shirts. And the t-shirts say I arted if you've missed any of those previous giveaways. And the goal is to kind of hit 2021 subscribers. So that would be a fun little goal. If I can do that before March. March is when I started this channel. When COVID hit, I began this channel so my students and I could keep on doodling. I guess I never really expected kind of where it went, but I'm happy that you guys are here. All right, so I'm going to give him a little bit of pink for his cheeks. Babies always have really bright pink cheeks. Now I'm using this black crayon instead of a black marker because I want to be able to create some darker and lighter blacks on his hat. So I still want it to be a black hat. I just don't want it to be solid black where I can't really add, you know, darker areas to my black. So there's that. And just towards the outside corners, make it a little darker. And then up here we'll do the same. I am obsessed with these Crayola Twistables. I need to write Crayola until when I should be like your Crayola spokesperson. I love these Twistables. They are probably the best invention. Oop, and then I went outside of his hat. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add a little darker to each side of the hat. And then, and see how that kind of gives it a little depth. So it kind of makes his hat look like it's rounded. Then I'm going to come over here and give him a little bit of a darker line under, or above, I guess, the little sash on his hat. Now the sash is gold. I am going to use this yellow crayon, but I really wish that I kind of had a, like a gold. I have a gold paint marker, but I'm not going to do that. It's going to smell at my little art room here, and it's just not going to look right on camera, I don't believe. So I'm going to go through and add in a little bit of yellowy gold. To tone this down, though, and make it look more gold, what you do is you go in with a brown, because gold has a very brownish tint to it. And I colored real hard, so this may not work now. There we go. I just got to color it even harder. All right, but you color over it with some brown, and you can try to get yourself to kind of tone it out Maybe a little less goldeny. I don't know why I still have that in my hand. I wanted the brown so I could add a little shadow on our baby's head underneath his hat. We need a little shadow from his neck onto his body and from his sash onto his body and from his arms onto his body and from his diaper onto his little body. And I'm going to leave his diaper white, but I'm still going to go in with a very light gray, and where things overlap, I'm going to add a little bit of value. And that's just color it a little bit in. That's just anywhere that we've got some overlapping, and I could go in with a darker gray and maybe color his little buttons. His little New Year's sash. I don't know what color to make that. Let's make it red. Or blue? I don't know. We'll do a little baby blue. Baby blue, since he's a little boy anyway. All right. And there we have it, guys. Our little New Year's baby. I hope they had fun doodling with me today. If so, please like, subscribe, and share the video. And I cannot wait to see you guys again until next time. Have a great day. Goodbye.